Casino.
Uh-huh.
Do you think it's something that we should actively pursue for Fort Wayne, Allen County?
No, I'm against the casino. I think that the most important thing a community needs to be able to do is recognize, what are we all about? Why do people live in Harlan? Why do people live in Fort Wayne? And I think I think at the top of that list, Fort Wayne is a great place to raise a family. It's affordable living. It's a nice community. And, I'm just not a fan of a casino coming to our family-oriented community. I'm not. That's probably the biggest reason why I'm against it. I've done some research on it. The research I did, though, I did quite a while back. But if you go even to different states, the revenues of these casinos are really going down. So even if you were going to consider a casino, I think you missed the window to do it. I think you missed the window. You needed to do that 10 years ago.
Right.
And people are fickle. They're going to go to the best casino. They're going to go to the casino with the loosest slots. So I think, perhaps, let's say you build a casino and maybe 3 years go by and the word on the street is, you know what, it's worth it to drive to Anderson, to that casino, instead of Fort Wayne because the slots are looser. People are like that. They are. So, you could put in this huge investment and it just might not pan out. And then in the meantime, you damaged what your community's all about,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I would be against that. I'm sorry, guys out there that are for it. I'm sorry, but I'm against it.
Okay. Let's kind of switch gears a little bit. Let's say November rolls around, a couple weeks down the road, and election night, and you're successful, and you're on county council. What would be some of the things that you'd like to do or accomplish during your time on county council?
Well, one of the things I want to continue to do is improve communication. I think that's one of the things, and this is an outsider looking in again. Like, for instance, when they were talking about the Renaissance building and, trying to approve, this is the early stages of some of those negotiations where the commissioners were meeting with the city, and the city and the commissioners agreed, and you know what, we agree with this, we're going to go ahead and do it, blah, blah, blah. And then it went to vote in the county council and they struck it down. So from an outsider's perspective, I'm like, well, did they communicate? Were the commissioners communicating with the council? And I don't know, I wasn't in there, but from an outsider's perspective, I asked that. I already know that the county, a lot of times, they don't communicate with the rural areas very well. I want to be in tune of the rural communities. Even though this is a fiscal body, I want to know what's going on out there, and I want the people to know that I will be accessible. So those are some things that are going to change. They've not seen their representative out there very often. They've not. And quite frankly, some of them don't want you out there. They're like, man, I don't want the county out here. And I'm fine with that, but I at least want you to know that I'm going to be accessible, and the communication is going to be good. I would also, from a communication standpoint, I think that as a broker, I am out there looking for businesses already. So I'm excited about the shovel-ready site opportunity, because if we end up buying some land and it's in a good location, then I might get on the phone and let people know. I have a lot of already developed relationships with, let's say, somebody that I talked to about a injection molding company, for instance, or a machine shop. Maybe I had discussion with them about a particular business and they weren't interested. Well, I can revisit all those people and say, hey, you know what? Just wanted to let you know we have this opportunity. Well, they might not know, they might not personally want to do it, but it's like, hey, I know somebody else that might, or blah, blah, blah. So I think I'd have fun with the land banking scenario, just because that's kind of what I do already as far as dealing with manufacturing.
Okay. Well, that's kind of all I had. I guess I'll give you a few minutes.
You want to talk sports or anything? Well, I'm a big NFL fan.
And this is about as sporty as I get. If you want to talk about sports for a few
No,
minutes,
I'm just kidding. I guess all I can ask for is people's support. I mean, I think that, I've been working pretty hard at really trying to understand the dynamics of the communities in the area. I really have. And, you can talk policy all you want. You can talk, to me, in addition to having a solid foundation from a policy standpoint, we need good decision makers in there that are not only going to see what the surface of the decision is, but what's the domino effect of that decision. And as a business person, I've really learned to really focus in on not only that decision, but the indirect effects on that. And I think that's one of the many things I can bring to the table as a county council person with my business background. But just like my brochure says, and I made this brochure about a year ago, and the very first thing that I said was, I'm a leader with integrity. And I think, quite frankly, we probably need that more in government these days than anything. And I work hard for Allen County, so vote for me on November 2nd.
Well, Mike, on that note, we'll end.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. It was
Sure.
I had a great time. I had an excellent conversation. And
So
thanks for
did I.
all that you do for this community. I appreciate that as well, my friend.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we wish you luck in November.
Thank you.
Thank you.